Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here and just share with you guys, obviously just a little part of my life that I'm going through right now. This series is called Becoming, and YouTube has always been kind of just my diary anyway, so I like to document this kind of stuff, and it just feels good for me to talk it out. So lately I've just been feeling extremely cluttered, foggy, and disconnected mentally and spiritually. And this has been due to using social media as a consumer and just being addicted to the scroll. The underlying factor is this low-grade anxiety of the constant need to feel like the constant hustle and the hurry. So all of this combined, especially with social media, where it just seems like everyone has their lives together, or they're perfect, or I don't know, they just always have amazing posts to provide and all this stuff, and it just consumes. And I've been feeling very disconnected spiritually, very disconnected mentally. I've been getting anxiety again. I've been feeling unmotivated and uninspired. I feel overwhelmed. Not because I have so much to do, but because I don't know where to start. But I'm not taking the time to. And in regards to this, it's basically like life in general and the brand that I'm trying to build. I don't know where to start in regards to producing great content on social media again, because I just feel so cluttered and foggy and disconnected. And when I am disconnected from my spirit and mind and my why and my purpose, then I can't produce good content. And when I can't produce good content, then I become a consumer, and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling, and I'm going farther away from my purpose. And when I was very productive, connected with myself and all that, it was because I told myself, you're only using social media to produce content that is valuable and to connect with the community, and that's it. And then I just found myself tripping over myself and just becoming a consumer. So in order to reconnect, I have to disconnect. And I'm doing that by obviously deleting all of my social media apps, and all those minutes and hours scrolling I will replace with reading, meditating, connecting back spiritually with God and like my faith, because that was very important to me. And when I feel disconnected from God and my faith, I get worse anxiety and I feel less clear, and everything is just out of place right now. And it's fine, like that's life. Like you're not always gonna be like on a linear path, and that's why I like to document this, because it won't ever be a linear path. And a lot of times when we look at people, especially on social media, we think everything's perfect and it's so easy for them, and like it must be a linear path, or they get so much likes on their photos and la 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 la. And that's just not the case. And that is why I wanted to show myself and build my brand in the way that it was raw and real always. When I started to get addicted to social media as a consumer, I realized that my anxiety and my disconnect from my faith caused me to care more what people think, which in turn caused me to not want to post what I usually post, which is raw and real, because they're not gonna like this, or it's not, I don't know, good enough, or I don't know, when really I just wouldn't care. I would just post what I think is good, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't follow me. Like that's it. And it's very important to just disconnect to reconnect. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm gonna just be showing you guys. I love YouTube. I don't consider it social media. It is social media, but I don't feel like YouTube consumes me. Like, I don't spend all day watching stupid YouTube videos. If anything, I watch like educational YouTube videos, my own YouTube videos to see like what I could do better, or people that inspire me. And I don't do that all day anyway, but I still want to document this part. So just wanted to share that with you guys. So yeah.
So Proverbs would be like this brilliant young teacher, and Ecclesiastes is the sharp, middle-aged critic, and Job would be this weathered old man who's seen a lot in his day.
We're going to start by meeting the book of Proverbs, the brilliant young teacher. And she's not just smart, she's smart about everything: work, relationships, sex, spirituality. She has incredible insights, things you wouldn't see on your own.
Yeah, she would be the perfect friend to have around when you need really specific advice.
So what?
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. Heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere.
Hey guys, welcome to today's workout for this video. We've got a good glute focused plyometric type workout to really, this will help target the glutes, the hips, legs all over. And, if you want to get rid of any cellulite or any discrepancies in those pain areas, this is the workout for you. So, well, of course, with eating right and all that other fun stuff. But, yeah, so I've started off with banded glute kickbacks here. It's so important to start off your leg workout by pumping up that blood to the glutes. So when you're actually doing the workouts, you're actually targeting them and focusing on that mind-muscle connection here. So here I'm doing banded hip abductors, which will help to target my hips as well. This workout helps to really grow your hips, work on hip flexibility, strength, and overall goodness. Yeah.
Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption, breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the 4-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride.
Sing my song, so let the music play. I have to get my kids and fly tonight. And when the clock strikes 6 on Friday night, I need to blow it all away. I can't wait for the weekend to begin. I can't wait for the weekend to begin. I'm making what I can. I try. I'm shaking up my plate, and I get by. I'm saving all my soul and all my pain, so I can lose control on Saturday. I'm gonna blow it all away. I can't wait for the weekend to begin. I can't wait for the weekend to begin. I can't wait for the weekend to begin. For the weekend to begin. 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 I can't wait for the weekend to begin. I got to get my fix and fly tonight. And when the clock strikes 6 on Friday night, I'm gonna blow it all away. I can't wait for the weekend to begin. I can't wait for the weekend to begin. I can't
morning, guys. This is my breakfast. This is a part of my new meal plan for this new chapter, whatever. So I have 3 ounces of jasmine rice with some cooked peppers, 3 ounces of shredded chicken. I have 1 cup of mixed berries in here, 1 cup, and I have half a banana. And then right here is a very special drink. It's actually cherry juice concentrate, like just straight tart cherry juice. And I'll tell you about those benefits. Tart cherry juice actually has a ton of benefits. My coach actually recommended it to me and added it into my meal plan, about 1 cup post-workout. It's a simple carb, so it'll digest fast and give me all the... So studies have shown that it helps post-workout recovery, helps to fight inflammation, arthritis, reduces swelling, boosts immunity, it regulates your metabolism and fights fat. A study showed that anthocyanins, a type of flavonoid responsible for the cherry's red color, act against the development of obesity. Another study in rats, not in humans yet, found that tart cherries can help reduce inflammation and abdominal fat and lower the risk of metabolic syndrome. As you know, obviously, there's supposed to be studies on humans, but most studies with rats usually do coincide with the same results as humans. So, you know, it's not that big of a deal. We're just taking in the benefits post-workout and just sharing it with you guys if you're interested. Also been adding in 3 to 5 grams of my creatine into my tart cherry juice. You know, creatine helps to build and develop the muscles, and you can put it in anything, and it's definitely great, especially for improvement season, trying to get these gains. Ladies, don't be afraid of creatine, but also don't load that ish, because you'll just hold all that water in your muscle. So as you guys know, I'm on a meal plan now. I always struggle to get like good lighting. Okay, so as you guys know, I am on a meal plan now versus tracking macros. And at first I was like extremely hesitant about it. I didn't know how I would like it. I felt like I would be really restricted and lack flexibility, you know, whatever. But it's been about 4 weeks. And it's been amazing so far. My coach feeds me, man. I'm almost eating 300 grams of carbs daily. Right now I'm at 250 grams of carbs, and I'm about 6 weeks post-show now. And I'm about 50 grams of fat, 140, 50 protein. So I'm eating good, and he feeds me. So honestly, the meal plan has been great. I was vegan for a year, and I had felt amazing, super light, you know, very like light feeling. And I feel like that again. So when I was eating vegan, I was eating, you know, lots of veggies, very clean, because you kind of, not that you had no choice, but unless you want to fill yourself with all that soy, then that's kind of how you eat. But I don't even think it was like the lack of meat, my vegan diet, that made me feel so great. I think it was the cleanliness. And when I was tracking macros, you know, you can eat anything. You can eat Pop-Tarts. Why isn't this focusing? It's not nice. You can eat Pop-Tarts, you can eat whatever, as long as it fits your macros. But of course, there are other factors in disregard to macros that still affect your body. The high sugar, the type of carb. So, you know, in the meal plan, your focus is complex carbs, and you have your simple carbs, which are mainly natural sugars, fruits, juice, that kind of thing, after or right before your workout, which is kind of like what it's meant for anyway, because it's used for energy right away, or else it's stored as fat. You know, you can eat those in your macros, but it's still, you know, there's other factors that do play into macro tracking. So tracking your macros provides so much flexibility. You learn a lot about portion control, portion sizes, if your body reacts really well to high carb, or if it reacts better to more of a higher fat, lower carb approach. So you do learn a lot from macro tracking. But what I can say about me being on a meal plan is that the clean, basic foods, carb, protein, fat, coconut oil, sweet potato, chicken, and like veggies, rice, chicken, veggies, and like a little bit of coconut oil, like things like that, like what I just showed you. One, I haven't got bored of it at all, and I'll tell you why. Being on a meal plan, I feel like has helped me become a million times less food focused. Now, being food focused is what it sounds like, focusing on food. Like, you're constantly thinking about food, you're constantly thinking about recipes that you could create. You love thinking of like food and like scrolling on Pinterest and like looking at all the food you can eat and like dreaming about like all the food you crave. And I definitely get that in prep, like for sure. But I would still get it before, like an off season or improvement season, because I would be thinking of, okay, what can I make now that fits my macros? And like, there's nothing wrong with that at all, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Now, for me personally, being food focused was not good because of my history with binge eating and my history with my relationship with food, relying on it or feeling like I was tied to food emotionally and stuff like that. So being on this meal plan fulfills my taste buds. I feel great as an athlete. I have so much energy, it's crazy. And it's convenient, it's simple, and I feel more focused on the right things versus how can I make this taste like freaking gourmet, or I don't know, like what do I want now, and like, ooh, like, I don't know. That's kind of how food focus sounds in your head, being food focused. So it's been really good for me and I love it, the meal plan so far. I talked to my coach and he was kind of like, so, because he watches my YouTube videos, hi, if you're watching, which I think is really cool too. But we kind of talked about it and he's like, do you want to start tracking macros? Like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, honestly, like I like the meal plan. Like I was closed-minded about it at first, but I really like it. Maybe just like a cheat day or like 4 hours of cheat, or that's what he said actually, or a refeed day, whatever. But my thing isn't really like food that I want to eat. Like I really could care less about ice cream and pizza. Like I just don't want it. This is what I mean, right? Like it just makes me not crave anything that's junk, which is being like food focused like that. It's more alcohol. That sounds like bad, like, okay. But really, I just turned 21 this year. All my friends just turned 21. A lot of my social life involves drinking. Taco Tuesdays and margaritas, beach days and drinking, wine nights and parties, and it's the holidays. And when it's not the holidays, it's spring break and summer, and I live in Florida. So like, it's a lot of drinking, and I like to drink, and I'm not, ashamed of that. But that is where, a lot of the macro tracking did come in handy. Now, what I really like that my coach said is that he doesn't want me to cut out carbs in order to drink. He's like, just have drinks. Just have them. Like it's not a big of a deal. It's 1 day, 2 days, like it's fine. And I love that, and that's why I love my new coach. So yeah. I don't know what else to say. Man. Yeah. I also wanted to talk about how I'm doing better without the social media. It's been a week, I believe, without social media, like being on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, none of that. And it's been good. I feel like I'm reconnecting spiritually. I've been reading this book called Success God's Way. And I really recommend it. Whether you believe in God or not, it's a really good way to kind of, really think about what's important in your success. When people are money focused, it's never enough. But if you are living for something greater than yourself, if you are being the best person that you can be, in this book's, perspective, it is living for God and living for, living the best life you can for God, in senses of being forgiving and generous and not judgmental and welcoming and patient and just living in God's word. And it's a really good book, man. Like it talks about the qualities of a person with goals. A person with goals has direction for his life, has an excitement, remarkable energy, often creative, pursues excellence. And someone who is actively seeking a God-given goal, because I believe that God provides us with all these talents, skills, beauties, everything that we were born with, to bring people back to his word and the faith. I forgot what I was talking about. But another thing, as a Christian, you try to share your faith without sounding crazy or radical, which I'm far from radical and I don't really care. But you try not to scare people off because of so many people that kind of ruin it for us, who are super radical and forceful. And but just want to share if anybody's interested. It's a really good book, and it really shows perspective on my goals and what really are my goals and what I want to accomplish in this life. So basically, just been really good with my faith and really connected spiritually, and that's what mattered the most to me, because it's important for me to remain raw and real on my platform. And I started to find myself losing that a little bit when I just found myself scrolling and replacing time with God with Instagram and things like that. And I only like to use Instagram if I'm going to provide valuable content or if I'm engaging in the community. I don't like to be a consumer and just scroll and literally just feel the addiction in my brain, just why am I still scrolling? I feel like a robot. So that's where I'm at right now. But this is my series called Becoming, and every day I'm working harder to become the woman that I'm meant to be, and in the likelihood of God. And I love God and I live for him and my family and my loved ones, and it makes me feel really happy to be connected back to my faith. So it means a lot to me. Just wanted to share that. It's my channel, documenting my life. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch this. All right, I'm rambling now. Goodbye.